No, see, how is everything? Good. How are you? We're good. We actually saw her when the teams played. We were visiting the Jazz and yeah. No, not yet. We still got one more year. Really? Yeah. 2025. Nope. Still got one more year. Going into the senior year. I'm not in any rush, although I'm very happy. Like we're like everything. I think it's overwhelming. Like I literally went way here. I ended up doing the senior pictures, and that was already like. I mean, and then I got the realization because I had to bend over because, like, literally the cost of it was ridiculous. And I apparently wasn't on the same group chat as the 900 other people were on that did not say, like, hey, don't buy anything. And I was like, oh. And I felt like, like when you're kind of up against a wall. And I was like, and then I was like, here's the card. Like, I want to pretend like I don't see this. Like, it'll go away. So it was a small fortune. I'm going to go see if she needs anything. I was working out and I, like, just got here. So I'm like, lazy.
You worked out while you're traveling?
Well, yeah, because I didn't get to do it on Thursday because we drove up here. I canceled my flight and I drove instead. So it's 11 hours. And then I had to work on Friday and it was just like one thing after another, like it's just a domino. Yeah. And then I fly out again on Wednesday overnight. So I'm like, by the time I get home, will we get flight chance tomorrow? Why not? Like, that's kind of where I'm at.
Good for you.
Today's just, it's a Sunday, I'm good. Right? I'll be back.
I wake up so early and make myself. I took a picture. I see a picture actually is pretty good. I didn't appreciate the freaking 6:30 wake up call.
Maybe it was a good one.
Maybe I wake up. I dropped a couple of those. That's one thing I realized, like when I jump into play at practice, like I'm good, I manage my swim when I'm coaching, whatever, but then I jump into play and I make a mistake playing with them and I'm like, what player meeting for rookies?
I mean, this couldn't have been a more beautiful day.
You know, where was I? Jesus. Oh, I went to Chicago. I went to Chicago with my son. I did we travel so much for Courtney for these trips that I don't do anything with my son. So I took my son and we went to Chicago. It was 78 degrees and sunny. Beautiful, 15-mile-an-hour breeze. I couldn't have asked for more delicious weather in my entire life. And it was 96 or 98 and sweltering in Fort Lauderdale. And I was like, thank God I was up here. And even yesterday, even though it was excruciating, it was hot here. It wasn't as thick, dense, humidity wasn't as bad. And so it was I will tell you, after 7 hours yesterday, it was Courtney started to get she could feel the hydration she did not prepare the day before. And she was like, I could feel it now. And I was like, how far of a drive is it? Not long, 2 or 3 hours, right?
No, it's
Oh, okay, so it's decent. It's too hot.
That's what we heard. Then again,
It's way too hot. So we actually arrived back we're going to Italy for 2 weeks, and we actually arrived back on the 14th, and Courtney was like, so should I play these? And I go, are you out of your mind? No. That's an easy, hard to eat. So it ranks up there with Tavares, and
they got sick there. Sam got heat stroke.
yeah.
She played there.
Oh yeah. It's but the sand gets yeah. Well, the sand when they played the last year, that I remember the sand was rising to 113 degrees, even though it was 90 degrees that day, and it's too hot. And in all fairness, these girls aren't playing in that weather in college. You're playing during the spring, for God's sake. There's nothing about conditioning that makes it okay for the the dehydration and the cramping and the breakdown. None of that is okay. Yeah. There's a team up late. Cardi, what court are you on? Okay.
later. And then it was like, I need a new roommate. And yeah,
Meg
okay.
is an only child, so and she's got to be in a room of 6 though. So
Oh, is it like, no, but you have like two, like one.
3 bedrooms.
Yes, okay, that's what I meant. You knew what I meant.
So she knows her roommate. They play together and they play together in the garage. She always plays together.
Who's your roommate?
Irina Safar. So it's going to be some growing pains.
And there, you know, no matter what,
I agree.
it is what it is.
I used to have my roommate, like she was a Victoria's Secret, like lotion person, so she used it all the time for things that you don't really want it to be used for. And her dirty socks and her lotion would fall down. I was on the bottom bunk, so I was like,
That's so loud. I mean, kids roommate all the time. They put it on for immediately.
yeah, but men are also a lot easier going. Like,
Hey, dude, do this. Okay.
Yeah,
Like,
true.
it's fun. There's no passive aggressive, like, bullshit.
yeah.
By the end of that year, I'm just done. So, you know what I mean? Like, within the line, you know, I'm like,
Best friend, nobody. We lived together for years. She has to be friends with me. I know she can. But
you know, there's a difference between being like something with a roommate and something with your person, right? Like, I feel like if somebody's like, no, they're not doing this, or they're, you know, it's something they can work on, but it's something
You know, it's funny last night because we were having that conversation about the beach teams, and I was like, you know what? There's literally one dad and one child that I think in all the 3 or 4 years on this circuit that I really, and I don't hate anybody, so I say I dislike, and then there's a strong dislike, right? And if so for those odds, one dad and one that I either dislike or I strongly dislike, I think for the majority of the people, we were playing with someone yesterday that had transitioned recently. Funny you say that on beach volleyball and everybody's like, they understand what I'm saying. But then I'm like, it sounds like a gender change.
we got you.
Yeah. So she transitioned from indoor, and they had been on the circuit for very long, and I said, yeah, you know, she had a whole issue with her car yesterday, and I said, just take my car, and she's like, really? You trust me that much? I'm like, it's a Ford Explorer. Let's not go like crazy. Like, I'm not giving you the keys to a Mercedes, the convertible here. I mean, whoa. And she was like, you know what? A lot of people don't do that. I said, you'll be amazed. People that I've met, my house always been open, and the wonderful friendships that I have met on this journey. I said, I would not take that back. I said, no more dance moms, indoor, like, I don't want any of that bullshit from indoor. Of course, you know, at our high school wasn't really an option anyway. So my job would be picked apart like, you know, like, yeah, the small one little girl, like. So we did that. That's awesome. I heard y'all are building, he's building courts, right? Yeah. Yeah, I went there to watch the thing. And that whole outside, it was actually a really nice facility. Or I think they didn't put the effort.
They said they were going to stay on Friday. Well, here we are.
Hope to have them by.
It shouldn't take very long. It's
It
a,
takes
No.
2 weeks.
Yeah, it does.
I mean,
You're right.
I
It
built
does
one in
take-
my backyard by myself in a couple of weeks.
I built one in my backyard. I think it might go land in the ocean. I got like 2 feet of grass and my dog can pee on it. That's about it. And then it's water. wish I had one.
See, we wish we were staying at the water.
Vice versa. Water's nice, but you do get imagine you say that, but now imagine this. You hear this? This is what you hear on the waterway. You don't think about like the traffic and the noise and then the drunks that want to play their music really loud at 10 and 11 o'clock at night when they come in. Yeah, where they think that they are like the only ones on the water and they're getting down on their boat and they crank it up so loud that it, and by the way, like yeah, well, and not only that, you have 2 rows of houses on either side, right? And so you put that down there and it just, it echoes and vibrates the house. So like, it's super annoying. So,
Wouldn't have even really thought of that, would you?
so, beautiful view. In the morning when you want to have your coffee, not gonna lie, that's gorgeous, right?
You need it
Come-
because you've been up all night listening to me.
Yeah, and you know what, surprisingly, it's like I have this asshole down the street, like asshole down the canal, and he likes to go fishing, and he gets up at like, 5:36, like everyone leaves, but he plays his music as he's leaving the canal, and we're all like, dude, like, oh my god, like, are you joking me right now? Yeah, but if you had well, no, he's just he's like a narcissistic ass is what I would say, on these like self-absorbed. If I had room though for a beach board, Matt, like, so my house was always the house could become like, that means I could have put a water slide, like the rentables, like I would have had like a ton of stuff to do at my house. I like to be the house. Not anymore, because now they're all like, now it's put the party, like I don't want the party scene.
How it quickly changes.
It does, it does. And I was never worried about partying. My son is going to be my father. And not like for a bad thing, it's just he's absolutely more social. And boys are